I think of myself as a soda connoisseur, and today we're going to look at some sodas that I picked up on a recent trip. Now, maybe in a video like this, there could be an expectation of wanting to pop each of these open, give them a try, see what they taste like, but I'm not going to do that here. There's just too many to go through, and my doctor told me to not drink that many sodas, and so it's going to take me quite a while to drink everything that you see here, so I'm not going to give you reviews on any of these, just I'll be showing you what I thought was interesting pickups along the way. You can't see much of my background right now, but for a while I've had this Avery brand COVID cocktail for a while. Avery is known for their unusual flavors such as Kitty Piddle, Unicorn Yak. My wife's favorite is Worm Ooze. And so that one's been on my display here for quite a bit, but everything else you'll see after this are things that I've picked up on this trip. Now, I've been looking for a store that sells lots of soda pop for a long time, and I'd heard about Pops along Route 66 in Oklahoma for a while, and I thought maybe someday I'll get to go there. And my wife and I wanted to take a Route 66 trip this year, and so we finally did get to go to Pops and near the city of Arcadia, Oklahoma, and yeah, that's just something I've been looking for a long time. Now, in Nashville, downtown, there is a place called Rocket Fizz, and I guess that's a chain around the country, that I did get to visit once, but since it's downtown, I had to walk kind of a while, and I didn't want to leave there carrying multiple bottles of soda with me and back to my car, which was many blocks away. So even though I got to visit there, I never bought anything. But a lot of these places operated on all of the sodas were one price, usually $2.25 for everything. But if you bought a 6-pack, if you filled up one of these little cartons, then they would reduce the price. And so I think this one was 6 for $11. So I guess you're getting to about $1.88 there for every one. Now, since it is a Route 66 trip, a lot of the stores along the way sell Route 66 brand soda, which I think I have seen even here in Tennessee. And so my wife and I stopped in a store pretty close to where we started in Missouri, and I picked up this lime soda. Most of what I'm focusing on here are flavors that you don't get every day, and you certainly don't get a lot of lime sodas. And after I brought it home, I liked one of the features of it is it has a little paragraph dedicated to the history of some of the more famous sites along Route 66. This one, it's hard to show up on a bottle, but this one features the Chain of Rocks Bridge, which is the bridge that crosses the Mississippi River that was originally part of Route 66 that had a pretty sharp angle on it. And across the Mississippi River, it has that paragraph to go alongside it. The bottle that my wife purchased was a grape soda, and this is definitely hard to read without the grape in there, but it's actually going to start back at the beginning in Chicago in the famous fountain there. I think they call that, let's see, the Buckingham Fountain. So yeah, I just picked that up in a little shop that was in Missouri, but many stores along the way had these sodas. I was mostly looking for flavors that you just don't find all that often, and that's what we're going to look at today. So I forget kind of the order that I have these, so in no particular order, we're just going to start with the first one. And we have this yellow drink is Kiddie Cocktails, and I am not an alcoholic drinker, so I don't know what any of these flavors are going to be like, but I think the same company made a Shirley Temple soda as well. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. Limoncello? Limoncello? I don't know. And now I have had a Jones soda. At one of their Halloweens, they made a mojito flavor drink, which was certainly different. And another thing about all these is they tend to be made with real sugar instead of cane syrup, and so that's a plus. Next up, we've got coconut cream lime soda. So it's like you're drinking straight out of a coconut, which Sounds good for the beach. Let's see, this is actually made by Rocket Fizz. Next up, I guess that's the name of the company that makes it, O-Zell. This is Rummy. So get chummy with Rummy grapefruit soda. From O-Zell Bottling, so that does match the bottle cap we have on here. On the back row, some of these have been, I guess, bucket list flavors that I've been looking for a long time, and others are just things that looked interesting. But this one is one I've been looking for a long time. I don't know if it's because of the flavor, but it certainly has some, I guess, fun as communism can be. Fun descriptions along the bottle. Leninade, that's kind of like saying lemonade, so I guess it'd be a strawberry lemonade flavor, but mixed with the communist Vladimir Lenin. So at the top we have get hammered and sickled, a taste worth standing in line for, join the party. And so normally we're there a date where there would be the date that it was created that says more than 1 million times better than the best alternative. This one I actually pulled out of the fridge before recording this video, so it's got that frosty bottle look, but more fun stuff on the back here. Surprisingly satisfying, simple Soviet-style soda. I have had a Soviet soda before, or at least a Russian soda, called Extra Citro, and where it actually did have the like the Cyrillic letters on it, and I mean, I just think it tasted like an orange soda. So we've got Leninade there in the Cyrillic. Get really hammered and sickled. Here's the one that's deep. Beware the repressed Communist Party animal who is really a proletarian in denial, masquerading as a bourgeois Cold War monger. You got that? Okay. Our 5-year plan, drink a bottle a day for 5 years and become a hero of socialist flavor. We got real soda. Turn it this way. We've got Misha, chill down. This bottle is, chill down this bottle and chill out. Drink, comrade, drink. It's this or the gulag. So there you go. Oh, we got the bottle cap too. The drink for the masses. Next up, we've got another from Averys. This one is not one of their kitty piddle type flavors. It's jungle juice. Since they had 2 different Christmas themed sodas, the other was called Elf Elixir. So Jingle juice, wishing you a safe and happy holiday season. Donation to Toys for Tots. And so that should be interesting, and to see an Avery's flavor that isn't silly. We'll see how that goes. And then from Boots Beverages, delicious and refreshing, they actually put a boot on their bottle cap. We've got the strawberries and cream soda. So Sue Kristen. See, Sue, which is Boot's youngest daughter, loved being with her old dad at the family bottling works. Just as soon as she could climb aboard the truck, she was right alongside Boots making deliveries. They both love strawberries and cream. Have a try and you'll know exactly why. So Belleville Bottling Works of Bryan, Texas. There you have Belleville, Texas written on that side as well. So that's not the only 6-pack that I picked up along the way. We're going to swap this one out, and be careful how I pick it up, because I don't want them all to fall out and crash to the floor. I found a second store that also has 400 different flavors of soda. Now, this store did not have their own six-packs case, so they did have these Henry Weinhard's root beer six-packs that you see here. This was an antique store where Route 66 runs through Kansas in the town of Baxter Springs. I think it was called Somewhere in Time Antiques, but they had large fiberglass soda bottles outside their store, and I knew that was another place to go through. And I actually found this one before we got to Pops in Oklahoma. And so let's take a look at all these have generic bottle caps on them, but let's see. The first one is Lester's Fixings, and they made all kind of novelty flavors. Along the way, I saw people had pickle. I saw spaghetti, waffles, and syrup. So I think Lester's had buffalo wings and bacon. I think they've had. So this one is Enchilada soda. Y'all get your fixin'. I think he had ranch dip on a soda. So not sure how good this one is going to be, but it is certainly going to be an unusual experience. So we got the Enchilada soda. And I like how it has a cactus behind it on the label. Next up, we have O-Zell Pineapple Whip. And so I hear people who go to Disney talk about how much they love the Dole Whip, and other people talking about how you can make your own Dole Whip at home. And so here we have it in a soda flavor. And so we've got O-Zell 1912. And again, have that upside down. Let's see. The O-Zell Company of Chicago, Illinois. Made with Hawaiian cane sugar. Also has a location of Silver Lake, California. Next up, we have a mint julep, plantation style. And again, this is a flavor since I don't drink a lot of alcohol, and I know that mint julep is very popular in Louisville. On a trip that I took to Louisville several years ago, I asked around if anyone had a non-alcoholic mint julep. Never found one until now. So it's the Natrona Bottling Company of Pennsylvania. I don't know if a plantation style mint julep is going to taste any different than any other mint julep, but there you go. Next up, we have Melbas Fixins, and so I bet you that is by the same company that makes Lester's Fixins. And so I always like key lime pie. I know that Stewart's made a key lime that I would find quite often at a Cracker Barrel. But let's see, y'all get your fixins. And most of these flavors were legitimate things that you would want to try, different kinds of desserts like blueberry cobbler. I think I remember a bread pudding as well. So I look forward to that one for sure. Next up, we've got State Fair Soda Mini Doughnut. And I can already feel my arteries clogging just looking at this one. But Yeah, that's not a soda that I saw anywhere else, and I just thought that was kind of a fun flavor here. Okay, and then let's see. This one is going to be Dragon Tail Energy. Ice Mint Blizzard with lemon. So I like mint. I like lemon. Ice mint, that's kind of a gum flavor, and I don't really eat all that much gum, which is good for all the soda that I do drink. And so it is an energy drink, so I don't drink as much energy drinks as I used to with the intense caffeine. But I now see this one is made by Orca Beverage. They are the manufacturer of a lot of the easier to find novelty flavors out there. And I like how shiny and reflective the dragon is on here. So it's just a head and a long tail for the Dragon Tail Energy. So that was not the last place that we saw that sold lots of sodas. Now, when I was at the Pops, that's the one that I knew about along Route 66. They had, at one time, they had made their own soda flavors based on nearby attractions along Route 66, such as they had a Catoosa Whale Blue Cream flavor, and they had an Arcadia Round Barn. I think that one was a root beer, and so they had pictures of them sitting around, but they did not have them for sale anymore. So we went to this third place called Stockyards Sarsaparilla. I guess that's the name of the store. It was in the, this one was not located along Route 66. It was located in Oklahoma City along the Stockyards district. There is a famous restaurant there called Cattleman's, which I was told had the best steaks in Oklahoma City, and my wife and I ate there on our vacation. And next door to it was this gift shop that we went in and stopped in to see. Now, we are already missing a slot on here because there was one that I purchased for my wife. It was O-Zell brand. We saw them earlier in this video. It was their grape soda. What I like about it is it had a cartoonish looking Lincoln on it. So it'd been fun if they had said that this was Abraham Lincoln's favorite beverage, or, just kind of like they say that, they quoted Lincoln to say everything that you read on the internet is true. So here, let's see, the first one we have, this is another one that I pulled out of the fridge before making this video. We had Okola Homa Mr. Twister Cherry Vanilla Spice. And Oklahoma is, of course, known for their tornadoes, so we got a flavor here that is a twist between cherry vanilla and spice. And that's why it's called Mr. Twister. And my wife is a weather enthusiast, so she thought this one was interesting as well. They had other standard flavors, but this one was something that was different. And so this one was a certainly must pick up for us. The next one is in a really tiny bottle, but it's still 12 ounces. We've got Hosmer Mountain Beverages Lime Rickey Sour Lime Soda. So, Hosmer Mountain Bottling Company of Willimantic, Connecticut. Non-chlorinated water, that's good to know. This one actually does have high fructose corn sweetener in it. That might be a first for this video. So kind of a simple bottle there, but again, that's not a flavor that I've seen too often. This was the house brand, And I'm not all that big on root beers, and I know that sarsaparilla is sort of like a root beer, but I've also had people tell me before that if you don't like root beer, it's probably because you haven't had a really premium one. And so I used to hate them. Now I can probably tolerate them, and I would probably still drink this even if it tasted like a normal root beer. I can't tell you the difference between a root beer and a sarsaparilla. Sarsaparilla is more fun to say, I think, but this is the house brand. Another interesting thing I liked about this store was it was, they're in the middle of the Stockyards district. It was inside of an old saddle store. I think it was called the National Saddlery Company. And it used to have a large neon sign on it that was there when it was the saddle store many decades ago. That was gone this time, but I just kind of think it's neat how a lot of the things have been redesigned over there. Next up is, I think this is my first soda from Dublin Soda Works in the town of Dublin, Texas, which I guess is where I don't know if it's where the star is located or not, but when I think of Dublin, I think of how they were one of the early Dr. Pepper bottlers, and for a long time, I don't think you can get this anymore because I didn't see it, but for a long time they sold Dublin Dr. Pepper, which was Dr. Pepper without the corn syrup and instead had natural sugar in it, back at a time when that was starting to become popular again. But I think they had that taken away from them. So there you have made in Dublin, Texas. This is their tart and sweet lemonade. Got craft soda. What's that little? Here's Dublin Bottling Works. Kind of looks like Frankenstein right there since 1891. So this next one is going to be the last bottle in the video. And I don't know what this flavor is going to taste like. Brainwash. And let's see, we've got carbonated drink, helps relieve extreme mental overload. This may be your only way out. Gets rid of all the garbage that they've been dumping in your mind. So this is good for people who want to be off the grid, I guess. I just now realized, holding it up to the light, I thought this was kind of a dark blue color drink, but now that I've got it right up to my light, I can tell that it's red. I guess it's supposed to look like blood or something, but usually I like all of the red flavors drinks. So this is made by realsoda.com. May cause special effects. We cut out all the, I'm not going to read that on camera, in life, and went straight for the brain. Injected into the bottle by Real Soda in real bottles. Have fun learning about scary and other sodas at realsoda.com. Instead of putting nutrition on the label, they tell you to call that phone number. Formula number 8. And this looks like it has some interesting things, and it does have caffeine. Red 40, herbal blend consisting of American, Siberian, and Korean ginseng, African capsaicin, Buchu echinacea, jalapeno oil. All right, ginkgo biloba, ginger, Okola, cola nut, Brazilian guarana, skullcap mad dog weed, clove, damiana, sage, sodium benzoate to preserve taste. And so they are making that sound kind of scary, but we'll see how that one turns out in due time. All right, I hope you enjoyed this tour of different sodas. One more story about Pops before I leave. I thought it was interesting, the guy that checked us out there at the register, He asked where we were from. We said we were from Nashville. And I was like, oh, I go to college in Nashville. It turns out he went to the same college that my wife and I went to, Lipscomb University. So I thought that was kind of a fun coincidence. I guess it kind of makes sense because they're the other end of the Bible Belt. And so it's kind of neat to see someone a day's drive from home that goes to the same college that we went to. All right. Let me know if there's some sodas that have been on your life bucket list that you have recently found. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.